At the moment, I'm 70 years old. I was born right here in District 6. And remember the time of the removals. In 1966, District 6 was declared a white area. And all people of colour had to move out. In came the Immorality Act, Group Areas Act, and all the acts that could come in. All the black people were moved one side, the coloured people one side, and the white people remained. The people moved out in 1966, started moving out 1966, and demolition also started in 1966 on the 11th of February, when all people of colour had to move out. My mother never wanted to move. I was a product of a mixed marriage. This was my mother and father. My father was a black man and my mother was a white woman. When the Group Areas Acts came in, my father died. And at the time the people were removed, families were divided. So we were blessed. Also sad when my father died, but if he had lived, we would have been a divided family. I was 27 when the people started to move out, and my mother refused to move. My mother was allocated a house in Mitchell's Plain, but she refused to go. She was living here still in 1980. She was forced to move when they cut all the electricity and they cut her water, and things became very unhygienic. So she had to move to a place called Mitchell's Plain. When she got to Mitchell's Plain on the 14th of June 1980, she said to my sisters, "This will never be home to me. I don't know why you brought me here." The Sunday, I said to my husband, look, I was married at the time. I got married after I moved out at the age of 27. I said to my husband, why don't we just go back to Mom's place and buy a cake and try to lift her spirits before she looked so down. And when we went down there, we saw all these people standing outside the house. And I asked this lady, what is going on here? She said, you know, the lady that moved in on Saturday died about an hour ago. It made me feel so disappointed. My mother was only 58 at the time. We summoned the doctor who came and wrote on the death certificate after he had examined her. He wrote heart failure. Now what I'm trying to say, this is what apartheid did to us. It sort of unrooted the people, where they took their will to live away, rooted them up from places where they were so settled in, and sent them to places where they asked the question, where do I go from here? You know, all this fills me with much bitterness and anger, and I developed an unforgiving spirit. Where I am today at the age of 70, it was a long journey for me to come where I am today. I had to learn how to forgive the things that happened in the past.
Joey's coming in?
Yeah, I'm coming. I had to forgive the things that happened in the past and also go on with my life. But it was not easy because the anger and the bitterness stayed for a long time. The house in which my mother was removed from, the white people moved in. And as I said, I started to hate. But it was a long journey, and where I am today, I've learned to forgive. And the bitterness is gone. I can look at places and scenes of the past, not with bitterness anymore. But I will never forget the things that happened in the past.
Thank you.